All right, YouTube, it's time for Occult Literature video number 21 on the Arbatel of Magick. This is an infamous work. I probably don't need to describe it in too great of detail here specifically because it's so well known. It's only 39 pages in length in my edition, but I happen to favor it. I think that the format is a little bit more appropriate than some, unfortunately, that I've seen. Link in the description, of course, to where you can buy this work on Amazon, and a second to my books blog, where a great more material is available. The Arbatel of Magick dates to the 16th century. Most works comparable to it, sort of in the length and format, they're either a lot more diabolical and delves, into black magic, or they're kind of fluff bunny magic, but it's really, there's no overarching philosophy or wisdom behind much of that content. That is, even with the more nice or happy grimoires that you may use, the more happy occult texts from the Renaissance through the Enlightenment, there's no actual sort of central founding principle or categorization going on behind the work, beyond perhaps categorizing demons into certain types or angels into certain types by a planetary system or the zodiac signs or something like that. That is, there's categories going on. In fact, it's obsessive in many cases. In many of these works, the use of categories is obsessed over. But there's no actual central philosophical principle behind them. The Arbatel, I think, got popular because it is not like that. The entire work is broken into a series of aphorisms showing the different natures of different types of beings in different cosmic realms. You've got the Olympians. You've got the Isagoge is essentially a book of magical institutions. And the entire work here dwells upon these different classes of occultism. With the termed magic and the Arbatel, we would class it just as the occult in a more general sense. There are demons treated of in this work. Demonic seals, in a simplified format, are used. It is possible to call upon them. It's possible to call upon a great many powers through the use of the Arbatel. But the main core of the work itself is just a series of aphorisms espousing certain wisdom, certain secrets. It goes into geometry in a thinly veiled manner. It certainly does go into the astrological. But you have to sort of read it in order to find out what's in it. I promise it's better than Obamacare. The Arbatel, while short, is extremely dense, and it reads more like a philosophical work in some ways than it reads like a true occult text, as we would generally describe, the Grimorium Verum or the Grand Grimoire or something like that. It's a lot more deep than that. It's really a little bit more like sort of some of the Socratic materials or maybe an alchemical text, as opposed to something that's more about summoning like demons or angels or invoking various cosmic or celestial forces. It really reads more like a philosophical manuscript that just happens to have occult inclusions thrown in. That being said, it's still one of the better works that was penned around the period on the occult. It has a core there that many works lack because they ask you to indulge their content in many cases. Even the more famous occult manuscripts from the time period, they make claims and they don't actually have sort of a philosophical center to back up what they're saying, to give you any kernels of wisdom. In many cases, they can be quite confusing, or they're very, very rudimentary and straightforward. The Arbatel walks that thin line between the two and really has quite a bit of good content available. So it's got a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. It's got the demons. It's got the invocations and the prayers. It's got the divination and the astrology. It's literally got everything crammed into under 40 pages. It's actually quite miraculous in the manner in which it was manufactured. So again, link in the description to where you can purchase my edition of this work on Amazon. Second to my books blog. That's about all. Peace out.